and democracy. There is no America. There is no democracy. There is only IBM and ITT and AT&T and DuPont, Dow, Union Carbide, and Exxon. Those are the nations of the world today. What do you think the Russians talk about in their Council of State, Karl Marx? They get out their linear programming charts, statistical decision theories, min-max solutions, and compute the price-cost probabilities of their transactions and investments, just like we do. We no longer live in a world of nations and ideologies, Mr. Deal. The world is a college of corporations, inexorably determined by the immutable bylaws of business. The world is a business, Mr. Deal.
And I'd like to thank the Heavenly for the opportunity to be able to see you guys. Hope everybody is doing well. You're safe, you're chilling, you're healthy, you're feeling good, and if you're not, work on it, pray on it, get your people to help you out, whatever you got to do, resources, bada bing and bing, and get it together. It's like I'm losing a little bit of weight. I think I lost like 3 pounds yesterday. It's possible to lose 3 pounds in one day. I didn't eat last night. All I had was my little stuff during the day. Whatever else, some popcorn. I had 2 English muffins. I think I had a couple donuts. And then when I got home, all I had was oatmeal. Got on the scale. Usually I'm hovering between 218, 219. I'm trying to get back down to 210. 218, 219 I was hovering, right? Woke up this morning. Yeah. 216. 216 this morning. So, another day today. I will not eat. I don't think so. Unless I get treated to a dinner tonight. If I get treated to dinner, then that's cool. Because what's going on, JK? Everything's good, baby. If I get treated to a dinner, then I'm just going to go eat dinner. And then I'm going to eat like I normally eat. Vegan. Holla at your boy. All right, so let's get started. Let's talk about Incense Suede by the house of Salvatore Ferragamo. Salvatore Ferragamo, Raj? No, tell me you're not going designer. There's no way you're going designer, Raj. Salvatore Ferragamo is a designer. Roger, don't do it. Don't spray it. Armani Prive. Oh, Armani? Prive? $300, $360 a bottle? Oh, and y'all cats out there buying that doggone Louis Vuitton garbage. I ain't gonna even say that. Because I don't even know who even making the Louis Vuitton stuff. Again, it's all about the resources that's being used. If they're natural, if they're real deal, then it's fine. Louis Vuitton could be a legitimate frank for $260 for 50 mil. I don't know. All I'm saying is, today there's so much stuff being put out there. That's why I stick with the old school stuff. I'd rather retread and buy the old school stuff that I already have than to buy this new stuff. Because I don't trust this new stuff. I think you can put anything in it. They're already putting anything in the foods, so you never know what they're putting in the juices either. I don't know. I can't tell you. I trust the old school stuff. It's working. I'm cool. I'd rather retread on old school, or if I bought something that's newer school, like maybe 4162 London, which I consider newer school. I just got into that maybe two years ago, something like that, maybe 2.5 years ago, as opposed to 8 years ago when I first got into the game. That's cool. I'd rather buy some old Killian. I'd rather buy some old Georgioff. I'd rather buy some of the older stuff, the 80s Deep Vanustis, than to buy this newer stuff. That's just the way I feel. Hence, this bad boy is about 3-4 years old. Incense Suede. And I got turned on to this house right here, the higher end Salvatore Ferragamo house, by my man in Delaware, the photographer, Pat McGowan. Mr. McGowan. He turned me on this by hooking me up with another fragrance called the Tuscan Scent Golden Acacia, the honey joint. Ooh, and I was going to wear that today, but I haven't worn Incense Suede in a while, so I figured I'd put that Incense Suede. Let's go with it so we can get out the door at a good time. All right. Incense Suede, main accords: amber, smoky, leather, warm, spicy, balsamic, and animalic. Okay. Top notes: incense, pepper, pink pepper. Middle notes: leather, saffron, incense suede, styrax, and mati or mat in the fragrance. Okay. So that's how we're gonna do it. That's how we're gonna pop it. We spray this bad boy. I picked this up from one of my other favorite places I like to go to in Lancaster when I'm ready to take that hour trip, which is Parfums Outlet in Cologne. The Parfum Cologne Outlet in Lancaster. Check out my man Raj and Julissa. Look it up. Perfumes Outlet in Cologne. The Parfums, Colognes, and Outlets. Been a while since I've been up there. I got to holler at my man Raj. I'm sure he got some new stuff up there. I bought a lot of stuff from up there as well. But yeah, you'll find the more interesting stuff up there as well. Down at near spot, Perfumology, you'll find the obscure stuff as well. You know what I'm saying? But I think up at Raj's place, you'll find more of the old school stuff, like Salvatore Ferragamo, the Montals, the Manceras, Perfumology don't carry those. So, they'd be doing that type of thing. The Carner Barcelonas. So two different, like I said, that's why I have two different sources. Actually three. Virginia as well, right? With Sammy. So, even Neiman's. I mean, come on, man. I got resources, dog. I want some juice. But I'd rather stick with the old head stuff. I don't mind the new school stuff if the price is right. I'm not paying no $300 for 50 mil for the Harmonist. Nor am I going to pay that for Louis Vuitton. I'm just not going to do it. I don't care who made it. I don't care if my man Boutron, Dutrafort is all over that joint. I ain't paying that kind of money for it. The juices, some of the juices become about bragging points. People that want to brag when they got some high-end juice. Not to brag about having a high-end juice. It's like, what you going to do with it? You're just going to look at it? How often are you going to wear it? Does it impress anybody but you? Or if it wasn't good and everybody starts saying you stink, are you going to admit that? So that's what it comes down to. But that's when you come here, your boy Roger, real deep, cool, dope, smooth, to get the real deal when I holler at your boy. I got to get ready to bounce. I'm going to let this play a little bit more, and I'm going to be out as I get ready to head to work. Have a great day. Incense Suede, Salvatore Ferragamo, the higher end Salvatore Ferragamo. You're not going to find this in any department stores. It's not going to have them. Tuscan Scent is the headliner, just like Penhaligon's The Portrait Collection, and then you had the juice. This is Salvatore Ferragamo, Tuscan Scent, Incense Suede. And Golden Acacia, check that out too. All right? I got to bounce. But before I bounce, I'm going to leave y'all a little something to listen to. Because I started out with something for you to listen to. I'm going to continue to let you listen as I get ready for work. Check it out. You're going to learn something today. You're going to learn today. Either you're going to be a hero or you're going to be a poem.
Being taken over by a handful of business powers
who dominate the natural resources we need to live while controlling the money we need to obtain these resources. The end result will be world monopoly, based not on human life, but financial and corporate power. And as the inequality grows, naturally more and more people are becoming desperate. So the establishment is forced to come up with a new way to deal with anyone who challenges the system. So they gave birth to the terrorist. The term terrorist is an empty distinction, designed for any person or group who chooses to challenge the establishment. This isn't to be confused with the fictional Al-Qaeda, which was actually the name of a computer database of the U.S.-supported Mujahideen in the 1980s. In 2007, the Department of Defense received $161.8 billion for the so-called global war on terrorism. According to the National Counterterrorism Center, in 2004, roughly 2,000 people were killed internationally due to supposed terrorist acts. Of that number, 70 were American. Using this number as a general average, which is extremely generous, it is interesting to note that twice as many people die from peanut allergies a year than from terrorist acts. Concurrently, the leading cause of death in America is coronary heart disease, killing roughly 450,000 each year. And in 2007, the government's allocation of funds for research on this issue was about $3 billion. This means that the U.S. government in 2007 spent 54 times the amount for preventing terrorism than it spent for preventing a disease which kills 6,600 times more people annually than terrorism does. Yet, as the name terrorism and Al-Qaeda are arbitrarily stamped on every news report relating to any action taken against U.S. interests, the myth grows wider. In mid-2008, the U.S. Attorney General actually proposed that the U.S. Congress officially declare war against the fantasy. Not to mention, as of July 2008, there are now over 1 million people currently on the U.S. terrorist watch list. These so-called counterterrorism measures, of course, have nothing to do with social protection, and everything to do with preserving the establishment amongst the growing anti-American sentiment, both domestically and internationally.
I gotta go.
Which is legitimately founded on the greed-based corporate empire